Alright, I thought it would be fun to talk about life as a veggie and a bit about vegetarianism and kind of some interesting things over the years of having been a veggie all my life and so on. Anyway, so vegetarianism. A lot bigger than it used to be, I believe. I know a lot more people that are veggies. Me personally, I have been a veggie all my life. Um, and basically that's never changed. I've never wanted to eat meat. I couldn't anyway, even if I wanted to. My body reacts badly to meat, as I have many experiences from in the past. So that's always been fun. But I thought I'd just talk a bit about what it's like to being a veggie and sort of the sort of things you notice as as I was growing up and the way people react to it and how people are. But yeah, my parents always brought me up as a veggie. It was always my own choice when I got old enough. If I wanted to eat meat, I could. They had no problem with that. But no, I always stuck to being a vegetarian. I never had any desire to eat meat. I found it very easy to eat, live on the stuff that we were eating at the time, fruit, veg, other meals, things like that. It was never, difficult. And I had a very active life growing up anyway. Like I was out and about a lot, so I was very healthy with the rest of my family. But as the years have gone on, other family members may, they eat meat or they sometimes do, sometimes don't. Most of the time they're 90% vegetarian, or whatever. It's just sort of me and my mum. I think we're the only ones sort of left that are still pretty much strict veggie now. So that's always fun. But I think the one thing I always found interesting growing up as a veggie is people not like I get it at a young age, but a lot of people didn't understand it. A lot of people didn't come from vegetarian families, and you get a lot of questions like, "Why are you a vegetarian? Like, why don't you eat meat? You're obviously not getting all the right things in your body. Blah blah blah. All this sort of stuff." And at a young age, primary school upwards to sort of early secondary school, I kind of accept it, but definitely over the years, you find a lot of people that are ignorant on both sides, both ignorant vegetarians and both ignorant meat eaters, and it can be quite frustrating. But people are absolutely allowed to believe what they want to believe, and like for me personally, I'm a vegetarian because I can't eat meat. Like I physically cannot eat meat. People have told me always like, "Oh, it's all in your head," or "You're just overreacting." That is not true. Like I cannot eat meat without being sick, so it's like cool. That's not fine. I just want to eat it. I don't need it. Whatever. Yeah, maybe I could get used to eating it, but I don't want to have to be sick that many times to be able to finally enjoy something. And I don't find meat appealing to look at anyway. Like I think it looks really horrible in any kind of store where they've got it. It's like, ugh, not for me. I'm sure it tastes great, whatever, but whatever. But yeah, like as time's gone on, I still meet people who find it a bit odd. They're like, oh, why do you eat stuff that looks like meat? Or like, oh, I couldn't live without meat and all these sort of things. And it is interesting, but I think really the simple answer, the short answer to it is, people can eat what the hell they want. As long as I'm not questioning people and about what they eat, and they're not questioning me about what I eat, then no issue there at all. But you know, you have it where like I said, you get asked, it's like, why are you a veggie? Is always the one. Some people don't agree with killing animals. I think the way that a lot of animals are killed is really horrible. But that's something I can go and protest and do myself. I don't need to pester people that are eating meat like, oh, you shouldn't eat that because you're killing all these people, their beings and all this stuff. And it's like, while that may be true, it doesn't give me the right to hammer on at somebody. They are completely entitled to eat whatever they want. But you let people make their own decisions like that. But yeah, the more recent thing that I get asked is, why do you eat meat? Sorry, why do you eat things that look like meat or are imitations of meat? Now, for many, many years, this was something I didn't really have an answer for, because to me it was just normal to eat these things that were Quorn or Linda McCartney or an own brand of something that were just a vegetable equivalent or micro protein equivalent, something like that. And you know, like growing up, sausages, burgers. I think most people agree, pretty much anything you want. So people don't have a problem with that. But I suppose it makes sense when someone's like, "Why are you eating a vegetarian pork pie?" Like, it's almost like this shouldn't go together. Like, but the thing is, again, the short answer is why not? You know, why does it matter? It's just a vegetarian equivalent, and it's made with microprotein and other things like that. But that's not a good enough answer for a lot of people because they're like, well, this is blah, blah. You know, fair enough, they're probably not wrong. But yeah, I mean, when it comes to stuff like that, you know, Quorn and mince. So Quorn chicken, Quorn mince, or just fake chicken and fake mince meat, I think are the best ways to describe this. Now, in recent years, a lot of Quorn and stuff like that get marketed to people that eat meat, but like as a healthier option, more high in fiber, high in protein, things like that. And the way I say to people is, look at these products that they've made. Not only are they for vegetarians, they're also health reasons. If somebody has to go to the doctors and then finds out that, you know, eating too much red meat is causing this or something severe, and they're like, right, now I need to give up meat, but they have a hard time doing it because they really enjoy it. These products are meant to sort of give that texture, and maybe the taste isn't quite right, but that texture and taste and consistency that they're used to eating meat products. And I always say to people, it's like these things need to exist for, you know, this reason. I'm a vegetarian anyway, so I get to enjoy all these products. But if someone's got to give up meat for health reasons, they can have a bolognese or something with like a fajita, but with, you know, and even though it might not quite taste the same, when you pack it into this product that they're eating and whatnot, it's like, oh, cool, this tastes like I'm eating meat, or this has the same consistency. And I think for that reason, like, you know, all the sort of like all these vegetarian products that exist is great. I mean, I'm still going to get pestered with like, you know, why are you eating that scotched egg or something? Again, scotched eggs to me, growing up, were always vegetarian. I didn't realise they were a meat thing until much older. But yeah, you know, you do get that ignorancy from people that on the meat, people that eat meat against vegetarians are like, nah, like, I couldn't give up bacon. That's the weirdest one to me. I wish someone could explain this to me. What is the obsession with bacon? I'm sure it tastes great, but like when you see like a steak or something that's a good chunk of meat, and then someone's like, bacon's the one, and I'm like, but it's like this thin, and there's nothing to it. So I don't know. If someone could explain that to me, great. But you know, when people see me as a veggie and I'm eating like, you know, fake bacon or whatever, like I don't buy it because I think it's imitation of meat. I'm trying to make you know, that I want it to taste like meat. I'm buying it because I can make a meal out of a few things. It's like, oh, I can get like these corn pies or something because then I can have that with some other, make some vegetables, and I got myself a nice little dinner. You know, a lot of the time, I don't care that it's like meant to be an imitation. I just eat it because a lot of it sounds great. You know, like I buy a variety of different products. You know, I don't try to stick to the same things. I'll give anything a try. And I think it's good that we have a selection. I think it's easier now to be a veggie than it's ever been. And I've definitely met more vegetarians in the last 5, 6 years of my life. I've also seen more people switch to more vegetarian diets because they're just out of choice. Because they're just like, oh, this stuff's great. You know, and that's fair play. You know, I'm not going to tell someone they're right or wrong. You know, at the end of the day, they should just do whatever they want. But you also get it on the vegetarian side, where you know, I've met people that are very strongly against killing animals and very strongly against, you know, you should not eat this and all this. And it's, I don't, it's, I agree with them, like what they're saying, but their approach. If you're sat with somebody and they're having a dinner, like, you know, it's lunchtime or whatever, and they've decided to order this steak and chips or whatever, the last thing they want is somebody going, oh, you shouldn't do this because this is getting killed, or you lose all its power and all this stuff. Like, just let them eat their meal. Just let them enjoy the food. Have this conversation at the right time. You know, you don't want to have a fight over what you're eating at the time and whatnot. So it is frustrating. I definitely see both sides of the argument when you've got like extreme meat eaters against veggies and veggies the other way around. I mean, not really against people, but they just don't seem to completely comprehend one or the other. And it is odd to me because, like I said before, it should just come down to I eat this, you eat that, no problem. But, you know, and a lot of people always say to me, like, oh, I could never give up meat. And I'm like, have you ever tried? I mean, even just for a week, just for a week, just think about it. Like eat some other things. Yeah, I guess that'll be quite difficult for some people, but you know, it's not too difficult. It's like me saying I could never be a veggie. I mean, of course I could be a veggie. Like, not a veggie, sorry, a vegan. Of course I could be trying to be a vegan. I've never tried. I have no idea. But I'm sure it's not as difficult as, like, you know, people make it out in their heads. Because when you think about a lot of food isn't actually meat or stuff. You know, if you eat fruit, you eat vegetables, you eat rice, pasta, and all these other products you can put into these things. A lot more of that is, you know, anyone can eat unless you're a vegan and you can't eat certain things like that. But you know, veggies and meat eaters eat a lot of stuff that's similar anyway. It's only that one sort of substance to them a lot of meals or just those certain products that we can't eat. You know, so I've never tried to be a vegan. I'm pretty sure I could probably do it for a length of time or forever, but I enjoy cheese too much. That's kind of my downfall. Like I like cheese, and you know, but I could probably give it up. It's not the end of the world. And it's the same with people that say they can't eat meat. I mean, you could give up meat. You know, you probably don't want to, but you could probably do it. I think people always give themselves not enough credit for it. You know, it's like don't hammer down on yourself. Like you could do it, but yeah, I just want to be like, you know, it's interesting, and it's also like an ignorance thing I think with some people when it comes to veggies and meat, and even vegans in that as well. And I wish people would just accept people as just let them eat what they want to eat. Like if you're a veggie, don't pester meat eaters. You know, they're not the ones killing the animals. Sure, you know, if they can't kill it themselves, they're probably gonna have more respect for them. But same with meat eaters, don't pester veggies. Like just don't do it. Like there's no reason why they can't have something that looks like meat. They might be doing it for health reasons. They might be doing it because they just enjoy that product that they've bought. You know, it's just one of those things. Like I said, you see more veggies around nowadays. There's plus sides to both reasons. A lot of people go, oh, you can't be healthy being a veggie. I get plenty of like protein, fiber from so many other sources. Vitamin B12, I think you get a lot in red meat, which I get it from Marmite and things like that. It's a lot harder to get, I think, as a veggie. But you know, it's not impossible. I definitely think, you know, every vegetarian I've ever met has been really healthy. I don't know where these things come from, where they're like, oh, veggies can't be healthy, they just live on, like, plants and fruit. So that's not how it works, but, you know. But I think more and more these days you see people are more accepting of it. It's just you still meet people that are one side or the other, and that's it. And they don't want to know any different. It's like, okay, if that's how you feel, that's how you feel. I can't change that opinion. But yeah, just give you. It's just like a little insight into why I'm a veggie, what my views on it, and just you know, like just be open-minded about this sort of stuff. I think more people are these days, but yeah, something to think about. Anyway, I'll see you next time.